YouTube. Alright guys, it's Monday evening. It's a little later than we wanted. It's probably 9:30 at night. We were planning on leaving much earlier. Just didn't work out that way. You know, most times when we're headed out to these rallies, I try to leave on a Sunday evening and get through Atlanta. Alright, so I've got Goliath warming up right now. Just did my final lighting check. I did all the pre-trip earlier today. Still gonna load up the Harley, load up the Mini Cooper, disconnect power, and then we can head on out. Alright guys, it is now 11 o'clock at night. It's time to get on the road. It's pretty dark. Really don't know how much footage we're going to get at all. But if anything exciting happens, I'll try to catch it. If not, I'll catch up with you when we stop. We are at the racetrack gas station in Jasper, Georgia. This is kind of the last of the country roads, and then some to get on the interstate and get through Atlanta. But we want to stop and get some coffee because it's cold and it's windy out, so it's a little unpleasant. And the fuel is a lot cheaper here. It's only $4.39, which I know isn't cheap, but it's cheaper. Peachtree parked the truck. It was $4.91. So it's a significant savings by fueling up here. And this fuel will be enough to get me all the way to Wildwood and then on over to Panama City, probably part of the way home. Well, good morning again, YouTube. We made it down to exit 205, just a little ways past Atlanta. Stopped at the JP Travel Center. this is where I called home last night. Now we pulled in pretty late. It was 3:15, 3:30. So we slept in pretty good this morning. I'm trying to get motivated now. Also having an issue with the generator ran out of gas. So we're trying to microwave something and went to go fuel it up and top it back off. Restart it, and the battery that starts it is weak. So more problems. Well guys, I completely forgot that when installing the inverter system, I changed the power supply for the generator starter from the house batteries to the actual truck batteries. So that means the truck batteries are dead, and we have to replace those, as you can see. Luckily there is a Dodge / Jeep store right next door, so I walked over there, and they're the only place at this exit to get anything. Actually, Hey Guy Diesel is right down the road, but I can't seem to get through to them. It keeps going to a recorded message saying that they don't have a messaging system. But anyway, I walked over to the Dodge place, and of course they didn't have truck batteries in stock. I didn't expect them to, but because they have accounts with all the parts warehouses and parts stores around here, they were able to call AutoZone, and AutoZone is going to bring 4 batteries by. They should be here in about 20 minutes. So as you saw there, I've already pulled the old ones out to take over there as a cord, and as soon as the batteries are here, we'll get back on the road. Now, unfortunately, the batteries that I'm getting are Duralast. I would have much rather gotten an Interstate or another good name brand battery, but I've heard that the Duralasts are actually pretty decent, but they're pricey. The retail on them is $200 a piece, which sucks because the Interstate is $227 online anyways. But I can find these Group 31 batteries for anywhere from $99 to $150 typically, but this is where I'm stuck at, so I guess this is what I'm gonna get. You know, the real kicker of this is that I sell batteries. I just don't have batteries here to fit Goliath. So it really sucks I gotta go pay retail for a product that I could get at, a much lower price if I had time to make a phone call and have them delivered to me in a couple of days. Well guys, I should also mention, these are the batteries that were in Goliath when I bought him. I've had them since summer of 2018. The dates on these batteries are 2016. So they've lasted a good long while. And in November of 2020, I had noticed that I came out to Goliath one day and all the batteries are dead. These batteries, the house batteries, everything was stone dead. Turns out one of these had failed. So since then, I've actually only been running on 3 of them. I had the 4th one disconnected. It's still sitting in its place, but disconnected for the last year and a half. So I guess I'm pretty lucky to have even gotten that far with it. It's time for them to go. Can you believe $95,000 for a Hellcat? I remember when that's all Lamborghinis cost. It's just crazy pricing on some of these cars. Granted, it's an awesome car, but I don't see how people can justify spending that much money on a car. And it looks like Jeep is in the market of making a full-size SUV again. It's actually a pretty nice looking truck. I didn't look at the sticker on that one though. Alright guys, all the batteries are in place. I made sure that all the negatives were to the back side, all of the positives are to the front side. We are wiring these in what's called parallel, so negative to negative to negative, positive to positive to positive to positive. That way they still work as a 12-volt battery, but with 4 times the output. Now typically, as a general rule of thumb, you would always disconnect your negative first and reconnect your negative last. However, because the way this is configured, it's a little bit harder to reach in here. I thought it was easier to do all the negatives first. Now I'll come through and lay out all the positives, and then the positive wire to the starter, because there's nothing really here that I can accidentally ground on. All right, they're all installed. Moment of truth. Fired right up like a charm. So get this put back together, get my compartments closed, put my tools away, let's get on the road. It's already way later in the day. We should have been in Florida hours and hours and hours ago, but I'm not really in a hurry, so I'm not going to sweat it too much. Few moments before the sunset, but as you can see, we made it all the way to Wildwood. Never stopped anywhere today. We just came all the way down, but we got our park, got one of the few last remaining reserved spots. And for those of you who don't realize how long Goliath actually is, look at the difference. The guy set his alarm off. Now I'm not backed all the way up. It's got a really tall curb. So that truck is backed in just a little bit further than me, but not by much. This isn't the parking spot that I wanted, but because we got such a late start today, I wasn't able to get to the Pilot across the street, which is where I wanted to stay. So hopefully during the day tomorrow, as a lot of truckers get up and they leave and they go to work, maybe the spot I want will open up and we'll just move it across the street. But until then, guys, we're gonna call this one quits. It's been a rough trip. Yesterday was a rough day. You know, today with the batteries definitely didn't make it any easier. But we're here. We're looking forward to it. So thanks for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed it. And until the next time I see you, keep those engines running.
Look. Jigsaw, look. Jigsaw.